Hey guys, this is Dr. Mahajan from Mahajan Medical Center with our weekly webcast, and I'm so happy that you guys tuned in today. We got a very exciting guest, Ace, and he's not just his name; he's an ace in life as well. His life story is very inspirational, and he will teach us how to lift weights and just general concepts for the seniors, and that will help us seniors to move forward and be stronger in their stamina if they follow his example. Again, for the folks who don't know me, my name is Dr. Mahajan. I'm a board certified internist in Largo, Florida, and we do once a week webcasts on different topics of interest to our local population. And we bring special guests like we brought Ace today. And if you have not seen our previous webcasts, they cover all kinds of different topic. We just did in our previous podcast, Blue Zones, and we talked to amazing senior who follows the concept of blue zones. Um, so, why are we doing the weightlifting? The reason is if you get older, the muscles get weaker, the joints are not as robust, your stability is not as strong, and leads to more falls and less stamina. And one in four 65 plus American fall each year, and fall are the leading cause of fatal injury in older adults. And every 11 seconds, an older adults in emergency room with a fall, and every 19 minutes, an older adults die from a fall. So you can see why it's so important to not to have falls, and then weight training, strength training, exercising your muscles, the big muscles, is a great way. And working with a personal trainer, if you uh, you know do that on regular basis, will also reduce your risk of falls and improve your form. So let's show you what I'm talking about, what Hayes has achieved. Let me share my screen and show the visual of how Ace looks. So give me a minute. Let me bring the screen up here. Okay, here we go. And let's make it bigger so you can get a better idea. So this is Ace for you guys, and I won't tell his age. I'll have him tell him yourself. He worked hard on getting where he is, and so that's a really amazing body to strive for. And we'll ask Ace his secret. So let's get Ace on the. Here we go. Hello, Ace.
Hi, Doc.
Yeah,
How?
so thank you for coming. Tell us a little bit about yourself. How long you've been in the United States? When did you get interested in weight training? Tell us your backstory.
Thank you, Doc. I'm in the United States from 1986. Before I came to the United States, I was involved with track and fields running. I was a runner in old Yugoslavia. And after that, I started doing karate in Bruce Lee time.
Wow.
So, yeah, that time was very popular. Bruce Lee was popular, so we all practice karate. So I am a black belt karate in the Shotokan, and I had my own club. I was training the college in a college campus, and then I was fighting. I was fighting in a karate league over in Macedonia, old Yugoslavia.
Wow.
So when I came to United States, I had a fall. I had a car accident, and I injured my knee, so I could not do karate no more. And I had to figure out what I'm gonna do next. So because I can continue with karate and running or trainings, I start doing training in the gym. Uh, because in 1990 I fell off my restaurant and I broke my both legs. My both ankles was broken, compound fracture. So I was not able to do anything else but bodybuilding. So I had a customer of mine who used to own the gym, that was the World Gym on Missouri Avenue, Bruce Capone. So Bruce took me in the gym, and he was my personal trainer and gave me my first classes, and that's how I started doing it. So all these years I've been working on my body and accomplishments. So finally in 2005 I had a motorcycle accident, and I lost my left leg below the knee. I was an amputee below the knee. So that was the one accident 2005. Then I had second one in 2009, another motorcycle accident, and I broke my hip. I re-broke the leg, and I fractured my C7. I dislocated my shoulder, my other shoulder, my broken ribs. I had multiple injuries. So
Let me stop you there. Let me put that picture back up there, and for the people to see. Let me make it big so everyone can see where you are. So, uh, around what time is this body?
okay, this is 6 months, 5 or 6 months ago. That was the actually picture when I was visiting my son in Texas. He's active duty army in Fort Hood. So
Okay,
I was working out with the TRX ropes in that picture. That
okay.
was the COVID. That was the
So,
closing. No gyms were open, so I was working with the TRX ropes. You know.
right. So that's 6 months ago. So, and you
Yes.
lost your leg in 2005. You said,
Yes.
"Wow,
2005. 2005, I lost my leg below the knee, and then 2009, I did second accident, bike accident, because at this time I was drinking a lot. I was
wow,
drinking. I had steakhouses. I had a lot of restaurants, and I was loaded with cash. So you know what kind of life is that. So I
sure."
was riding motorcycles, and but in meantime, even though I was riding bikes and I was drinking, I was working. I still did exercising at least 3 days a week.
Right. So tell us what's your daily routine, what you do throughout the day. Walk
Okay,
us
now,
through.
yeah, now since 2011, and this way, I'm doing 5 to 7 days a week, straight bodybuilding workouts, and I follow the clean diet. I take a lot of supplements, a lot of vitamins like cinnamon, turmeric, ginger, all organics, like chia seeds and flax seeds, and a lot of seeds, a lot of almonds, a lot of walnuts. So the trick it is you have to know what food, how much, and when to take it. It not
Oh,
everything goes in the
we'll
same
come,
time.
we'll come back to nutrition. Let's just
Yes,
talk about your strength training. I know you're in a special category. You are very driven, and we got a lot of patients who are starting from zero. So if you have a client, I know you do as a personal trainer too. So we'll put your number out, and you go to the LA
yes.
Fit. You go to the LA Fitness here, correct? On the Missouri and what's the other gym you go to?
I
That
right now I'm going LA Fitness, which is now it is East Sparta and Missouri, and
yeah.
Amped Fitness on East Bay and King.
And
So I go two gyms.
you do personal training in both gyms, correct?
Yes, I do personal training in both gyms, and very important thing is for the senior citizens and for the people in my age, either younger or older. Everybody are different, so I have to approach every person differently. Depends he's overweight or underweight. He needs to build the muscle or he needs to lose the fat. So depends on their body composition. We decide what program I do for them.
Okay, let's start with a 70. Let's give you a history. a 70, year old male came to you. He's fallen few times, broken his hip about a year ago, and he's frail. So, what do you think, he should do or she should do to
Okay,
move forward?
because he broke some of his bones, doesn't matter hip or arm or leg. They should never sit down and be sedatives, uh, doing nothing. They have to get up and start doing movements. If they can walk, I suggest for them to walk, even to walk over the bridge, over the Bel Carsway Bridge, or walk around the house. Just be active with something, and watch the diet, of course. So for those people, they have to start. They have to get to the gym, and the personal trainers will explain to them, like me or anybody else, whoever they're gonna hire, how to start going back on their regular routines. So they have to do light strength workouts with range of motion. Like for example, if you do shoulders, you have to do range of motion. Nothing, not no jerking, not just a range of motion. So all your body, all your muscles, all your tendons, everything, the cartilage, they're gonna stretch, and the central nervous system gonna throw some blood in those areas, and they're gonna pump them up, and that's how we do. If you do, you can do every day different workout, or every second day you can do muscles like a biceps and triceps in one day. You can do another day shoulders. You can do another day chest. You can do another day legs. You can do another day back. So all those trainings I will show to them, and make sure for the 70-year-old person, we have to start like a 30 minutes a day for like a 3 days a week, and then graduate from that point of view and on, and put together the fitness, the nutritionist, the rest, everything together, because everything have to be as a picture, because bodybuilding or our life, it is like a picture made from puzzles. If one puzzle missing, picture is not done. So everything have to be together. So that's
Yeah.
why my recommendation for all these people, it is when they hire professional person to train them, they have to train them what food to eat and what nutrition to take to help the body from inside.
Okay, great point, Ace. Let me ask you this now. Let's say this person got motivated with your talk and they started walking, they're going to the Bel Air Bridge or, walking around their, apartment, and they start feeling stronger. What's the, I know other than hiring a trainer, let's say right now with COVID-19, a lot of seniors don't want to go to gym. Let's say they want to use their own body weight. What are the five simple exercises comes out top of your head? I know everyone is different, everyone limitation, but just five simple exercises you can tell the seniors. Okay, once you're done the walking, maybe stationary bike, maybe improve your cardiovascular stamina, and now you are done it 3 months, 5 times a week, 30 minutes on your recommendation, and they're feeling more stronger. What's the next five things you can recommend they can do at home with their own body weight, which is safe?
Okay, if they do start doing the home workouts, the problem with those people is because they do not know the techniques and do not know what workouts to do. So my recommendation for them, it is to go online and get those YouTubes and get some of those pictures so they can see the way how to do squats. Like they can grab the door, stand up, and go up and down with their own weight. Don't put nothing else. Then they can go on the floor and they can do chest, like push-ups, okay, on the floor, or they can get two chairs or the bed and the chair and go with their arms behind the chair and put the legs on the other chair and do some triceps up and down, do some triceps workout. So they can do all this different modification, different things for the chest, for the triceps, for the back, like I said, up and down, and they will start like this, like that, and make sure they have to make some uh, warm ups before any kind of movement. Since they woke up from the bed, they have to do some warm ups. They have to move their back. They have to go up and down. They have to do. They call it dynamic warm up. Stretching. Either they can sit down, or they can lay down, or they can do some leg pull ups, or they can do some crunches. Anything just to get. When they doing that, the central nervous system gonna open the arteries in your veins, and they're gonna throw some more oxygen so the blood can circulate through all your body, all over from the head to the toes. So that's the purpose of the exercising, for the blood and oxygen to go in your veins, and the heart gonna spread the blood all over your body. So when the blood goes all over your body gonna be more vital, more healthy, and more longevity, younger. You can be even younger because your skin, everything gonna shows.
Yes. So let's just talk about, what are the different things which can happen if you don't do exercise if you're older. So as we talked about, increased risk of falls, lack of stamina again lead to increased risk of fall. The decreased stamina, you can't do the daily activities of daily living if you don't have enough stamina. Loss of balance, we talked about that. Decreased strength, and then you don't feel like opening jars with your hands, and walking, and you're getting short of breath very easy. Uh, and let's see, increased body fat. As we get older, the metab slows down, the muscles are not as there, so then the metab is slower and you get more body fat, and that leads to more heart attacks, more strokes, because the body fat around the belly, as you know, Ace, is a serious inflammation causing organ, and cause more cancers too. So the body fat is a serious risk of, if you don't, as you said, get active or do strength training. The other issue is increased risk of joint injuries. If you're not exercising, not lifting weights, or not doing, squats, or simple things you recommended, then there is increased risk of joint injuries as well. So, and their agility goes down, and they can't run after their grandchildren, or enjoy simple joys in life. So what you are teaching them by getting a little bit more active, start with that simple steps, don't get injured with exercise, and build up based on where you are. Some people grew up exercising like you, other people have not grown up exercising, so they have to uh, you know uh, learn the proper form, either by hiring personal trainers like you, or as you said, YouTube videos, or I got another resource. Let me pull that up and share it with the people. Let me bring that to the stream. There we go. All right, so let me take that out. All right, so I pulled up a resource. It's from cdc.gov, and we'll
Yes.
put it in the comments section. It's a full book. It talks about strength training for older adults as they're getting older, and it has the whole what step by step they can do. So that's, we're going to put a link for our seniors. That's directly from CDC, and as you can see, the health benefits are mind blowing. The arthritis improves, your back pain improves, your heart diseases get less, your bone density goes up, your diabetes, you get better control, you get more, body image, your confidence improve in day to day life, you get less anxious, and this talks about from what you need to do from day one. And so, sometime having a good resource like CDC, and you can follow that, and then you can join a local gym once achieved the goals they gave you here, and it gives you a reassessment before your journey, what where you are, how fit you are. So it tells you, where you are when you start, and 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year, what you're where you're heading. So that's a good program, and it's free. for anyone to download from the cdc.gov site, and it gives simple exercises like what you are saying, Ace, and I found it very useful because it builds slowly, first with your, as you were saying, first with walking, or simple 5 minutes walk. If you're not there, then you add some squats. So it gives different forms what you should have. Have a chair for people who are older and need a little bit easier way to squat. So this talks about that. Wall push-ups, that's another. If you can't get on the floor, not everyone is strong like you is. So
Yeah,
they, so
yeah,
they got to modify. So this book talks about that, toe stands. So it gives you a general guidelines, what different exercises you can do. And as you get more advanced, part two, like you were saying, bicep curls, add some. Now it's the time to add some weights, to your regimen, and maybe watch some YouTube video at this point, or go to a local gym and hire a good trainer who is, well acquainted with the shape and form, so you're not causing injury to yourself. And then, so this program I found very useful. It goes step by step, and it gives you, basic information about different exercises as you get into it. So I found that useful. So I thought I'll share with all our senior population. Um, all right, let's get you back. So what you think
yes.
of something like this? You think that's something useful to start with?
Yes, that's excellent idea. When we get older, our body naturally inflame our system. Inflammation. That means try to protect the muscles, the bones, the tendons from any kind of injuries. So that's why we losing mass, we losing muscles, and we gaining fat because people they're not active. They kind of sit down and kind of, oh, I'm old, oh, I cannot do this, oh, I cannot do that. That's a very bad thinking. Everybody have to get off their chair or get off their asses or get off their computers and start doing something. Like you show them, they have online CDC recommendations. They can do something with a chair. They can help each other. They can up and down. They can do anything. Just do not go on the ladder and try to cut your palm tree or do some kind of work around the house. Because I know 80% of the old people who got injured, that's how they got injured. They can't even walk and they go up in a chair or up in a ladder and they try to cut the palm tree. So don't do that. That's no
Right.
good.
No,
Do
that's a
any kind
good.
of exercise, but not that.
Right. So yeah, it's good to know your limitation. That's what you're trying to say here. You know,
Exactly. And when they go to the gyms or any place for consultation, do not listen when they tell you, oh, you have to buy this supplement, that supplement. You're gonna buy a protein, you're gonna buy a creatine, you're gonna buy a after workout, pre-workout, post-workout. This is baloney. They have to learn how to exercise on their own or with a trainer and eat regular food to get all the micros. Micros is carbohydrates, protein, and fat. So all the micros from the food sources. No
that's a great
processed foods.
That's a great point, Ace, that the nutrition should be natural. When once the human hand gets in, it takes away the important aspects. So if you need vitamin C, maybe eat a orange or have a lemon. And when you want, vitamin D, go out in early morning sun and get the sun rays to give you vitamin D instead of getting supplements. And same
Yeah,
thing, same thing with the calcium. If you can get calcium fortified milk or cheese, that's better than taking a calcium
exactly.
supplement. So
Yeah.
you got a good point. Let's bring some comments in from different folks who are listening to us, good folks. So let's say hello to a few folks. Stephanie saying, Dr. Mahajan watching, very good information. Thank you, Stephanie. Terry is here. He's saying, Terry and Loretta is here. Thank you for watching, Terry and Loretta. Uh, Mr. Gupta is here. He's saying he's watching with his wife. So thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Gupta. Sandy, Sandy is saying hello to you and me. Hello, Sandy.
Hello, hello.
And Mark is saying, okay, Mark has a good point. Let's bring that up. Here we go. Mark is saying, is it safe for older people to go to gym? So let me address that, Mark. So the answer is I'm not sure. So let me qualify that answer. I know Ace has a different point of view I see in his eyes, but uh, indoor spaces, as long as we have a lot of COVID cases, the airflow is not perfect right now for gyms for the older folks. Now, you can, that's why I brought up that point earlier with Ace that if they want to do exercises at home, what we're talking here is in general, not in COVID times. In COVID times, it's safer to do outdoor exercises, as Ace was saying earlier. Go up on the bridge, and if you already are doing all that, then maybe add some ankle weights or arm weights and make your heart rate go up with those exercises outdoors. So outdoor exercises, there's much more safety in terms of COVID era. But what we're talking is in general without COVID. So if you are talking COVID per se, so my recommendation as a physician is gyms are not safe for seniors yet. For younger folks, they get milder ailment, they have better robust immune system, they don't have chronic comorbid condition, they have to go case by case. But for older adults, I'll still advise, to do outdoor activities, to do, at home, workouts like the cdc.gov. All right, so let's move on to Ray. Yes, hello, Ray, and it is at cdc.gov. We'll put a link for you so you can download the PDF for the whole book. It's a beautiful book. Everyone should download and start reading it. That's your first step. And then next step is implementing it. And then third step is follow through. So make sure you use, they have a log charts, where you are and where you are progressing to. So that gives you motivation that your stamina has improved or number of steps you can climb has gone up. So yes, so download that book, please, from cdc.gov. Uh, and then let's see, we have a comment from exercising the answer to many of our physical and emotional problem. And she's a healthcare administrator and she knows exactly what she's talking. Thank you, Diana. That's a good advice. Let's see who else has an opinion here. We got David saying senior center and walking, great exercise, decent diet too. David, you're preaching the choir. You're doing everything right. All right, let's go to one last comment we have is um, so he's saying what was the website name? We'll put that as cdc.gov. We'll put it in the comments, and you can download the whole PDF book directly from underneath Mahajan Medical Center. Underneath the live webcast today, it should be up there for you to download, so you don't need to worry about it, Terry. All right, let's talk about cooling down and stretching, Ace. Do you recommend warming up before a workout? What's your routine? What's your regimen you recommend to folks with? I know there are different levels. People are athletes and they do different things. But let's talk about common folks. What's your routine you recommend for stretching, cooling down, preventing injuries during the exercises?
Yeah, from my point of view, the best for them when they're warming up, the first step warming up is dynamic warm up. Okay, after the dynamic warm up, like a 5-10 minutes, they can even uh, do some bicycle ride, 5 or 10 minutes. Okay, so then after the 5 or 10 minutes or 15, depends. Everybody needs more time or less time to warm up to get the blood work circulation all over the body. And then when you're ready, you can do your like a 20 minutes or 30 minutes strength workout with the weights or machines or cables or anything you can do. Doesn't need to be heavy. Stay away from heavy machines, nice and light. And after that, you can just do a elliptical machine or little walk on a treadmill, and that's how you cooling down. As simple as that.
That's a great advice, Ace. So, what if I understand you correctly? You're saying dynamic warm up, maybe standing walk or standing run. Is
Yeah,
that what you
just
mean?
move a little bit your back, your arm, your shoulders, arms, everything, your neck, make sure everything is working properly, warm up. And then do some bicycle for 5-10 minutes and you're ready.
Right. So, since we got you here, and I know with camera it's hard because we have focus on just your face, but if you have to give one stretch, I know there are a lot of stretches for different muscles, but if you have to give our folks one stretch which you love and show it to them, what it will be.
For me, I just do stretch. I go up and leg pull-ups, and I stretch all my body from all the arms, shoulders, lats, lower back, and the legs. I just hang and I shake a little bit. That's my stretch.
Wow. So that's a simple way to, get your
Very
whole body.
simple. Very simple, and you won't get hurt. And you're gonna feel your spine. You're gonna feel your lower back. You're gonna feel your shoulders. You're gonna feel your arms. You're gonna feel your tendons. Everything gonna stretching up.
All right,
Just
great.
do. Yep.
So if you don't have if you're not in a gym and you don't have a place to pull up, what's the second best stretch you can tell the folks at home?
You can sit down on the floor, stretch your legs, and just go lower body up and down with your arms. And you can do your left arm or right arm to the legs and all kind of stretches like that.
Okay, so what you're saying is keep the legs straight and sit down on the floor,
Yes.
and then
Yes, keep the legs on the straight. You can open your legs. You can move your lower back. You can whatever stretching. You can go one leg on top of the other leg, like a lay down and kind of bend one leg and kind of stretch your lower back one side. Then go the other side, roll the other side, put your left leg over the right one, and then stretch your lower back this side. And it's very simple.
Let me ask you this: what's your rule of thumb about hydration? Do you recommend before, during, after? What you recommend to your folks?
You always dehydrate. You always get like a couple bottles of water with you and drink nonstop to the workouts. Drink like every 15-20 minutes or even earlier. Or every other exercise, because this way you put in some water in your system so the muscle would not get dry or your tendons gonna pop up or something. So you keep them always hydrated. Before, during, and after.
Right. So if I understand you correctly, you're saying you lose a lot of fluid with, you're breathing heavy, you're perspiring. So you should drink before, during the workout, and after, correct?
Exactly. Yes.
All right. So let's talk about your philosophy about some trainers recommend after workout, have a power meal or snack or something. What do you recommend?
Okay, for everybody it's different. If the person who just finished the workout and he's overweight or he's obese, I would not recommend nothing. No carbs, no sugar after workout, none of. Just eat your regular micronutrients, protein, carbs, and fat. And you gotta do the percentage. How much carbs, how much protein, how much fat. So do balance on your plate between the carbs, protein, fiber, and the fat. If you're more sedentary person, you are not overweight, you don't have no extra fat on you. You can do carbohydrates and protein drink. You can do before workout, during workout, and after workout. After 1 hour after that, you can eat your regular meal, your regular micronutrients. So depends on what kind of body. If you're losing weight, I would recommend to stay away from drinking sugary drinks after workout. Just wait to go home and eat your micronutrients. And you have to eat almost every 3 hours so to keep your metabolism working. Because when we get old, metabolism shut down, it doesn't digest the food. So you have to kick the metabolism on because we was working out, metabolism is ready, so then give them food and try to healing process to all the night.
Right.
and get ready for the next day.
And I always recommend, and I'm pretty sure you do too, that sleep is very important for recovery.
Yes,
Having a good sleep is critical.
yes.
Now, other than the sleep, what else you recommend for recovery? Do you recommend one day off if they're just starting out? Do it 3 days a week so they have recovery. What do you typically recommend?
Yeah, again depends on a body type. Depends if they are ectomorph, endomorph, or mesomorph. So depends on the body type. They can do more food or less food, more fatty food or less fatty food. They can before the sleep. I do not recommend to eat at least 3 hours before the sleeping. If somehow before they go to sleep they're still hungry, they can eat maybe a little cottage cheese, because in the cottage cheese we have casein protein. There's the long lasting protein in your body, so your system could not get the protein from your muscles. They're gonna eat protein from that cottage cheese you put in your system. Or you can do some almonds or some walnuts, or some yogurt, or maybe a couple eggs or egg whites before the sleep, if you're that hungry. So try to keep your food as low as possible, so your body do not waste time in digesting the food all night long, so you can sleep better and you can recover for next day.
That's a great point. So, typically in my practice, I recommend the same thing. Irrespective of the workout, whether you're sedentary or not, is I always say, eat your breakfast like a king, your lunch like a queen, and your dinner like a pauper. And for the same reason, what you were saying is that you have more time to metabolize during the daytime. And if you're sleeping, you don't want your gut to be working. You want,
Doc, Doc, I gotta get you a thing you said about the food in Macedonia, in my country. They say in this way: eat your breakfast alone, eat your lunch with your friends, and your dinner give it to your enemies. That's the thing.
yeah, it's a better said and more colorful than what I say. But yeah, the concepts are same, in that sense. Let's get a couple of comments we got since we talked last time. So the Miss Hyde is saying, every visit I have with Dr. Mahajan, he encourages us to walk every day, walk up the stairs. It has helped me with my sore knees. And I think she brings a very good point. Thank you, Miss Hyde, for saying that. We need to make it part of our life. The exercise or walking or motion should be part of our life. If we can add, weight training, good. But even if you are hesitant, you've not done it before, is just every day 30 minutes of walking around your block, going up and down the steps, just stay in motion. Just
Exactly.
bicycle. You don't need to look like Ace. That's rare. That's a lot of determination, a lot of hard work. But
Yes.
that's a goal to strive for. And if you have the right guidance like you had, and a lot of motivation and a lot of hard work. But even if we do 1/20th of what you do on our day-to-day life, we'll be healthy. And that's the
Yes.
point. You don't need to have an image, that's where I am, and if I don't get there, I'm a failure. And Miss Hyde brings a very good point. Just using the steps, walking more, parking your car away from the grocery store, and then taking those extra steps. That's part of your daily walk or daily life, and you incorporate motion into that. Her knee pain got better. So, it sounds counterintuitive that you have arthritis, you should not be walking as much. But if you get your walking going and you're swimming, or, anything you enjoy, biking, you will see the joints, especially the hips and the knees, they become more lubricated. The tendons get stronger. You have less injury, you have less falls, and the pain get better, interestingly. And, a lot of folks are hesitant that, oh, gee, I heard, so I should not walk, and that makes it worse. Uh, what's your take
Yep.
on that, Ace?
You said perfect the last word. When you're injured, you stop and not doing nothing. You think you're gonna make it worse. but I can prove them differently. When I'm down and I cannot get up, I cannot move, I cannot walk, that time I get myself in the gym and I start working out. 30 minutes later, 40 minutes later, I feel like a brand new. So always recommendation for me, for everybody. It doesn't matter how old or how young they are. When you are down, when you feel tired, when you feel you have no energy to go to the gym, get your ass and go to the gym and do something. Or get your bike, go for a bike ride. Or get your friend or your wife or somebody or your neighbor, go for a walk over the Bel Air Causeway. Do something. Get that metabolism work. Get that blood work in your body working all over, your oxygen. So this way you're gonna sleep better, you're gonna eat better, you're gonna be more happy, and you're gonna have more quality life.
I think you summarized it very well, Ace. And on the days when you're down, I think what you brought quite a few points in that monologue you just had. I think there's some gold nuggets there. One is having a partner to work out. So if you are down, you have a wife, a girlfriend, boyfriend, your kids, just just having them push you will help you. And sometimes they'll be down and you push them. So
Exactly.
having a partner in a workout is very critical to maintain, because you can start a program and that's good, but maintaining a program is where the money is. What's your other tips other than having a partner of keeping the motivation going? Is
Just get a cup of coffee, before when you're down, get some kind of stimulant, get some cup of coffee, or if you're allowed to drink coffee, and you're gonna start feeling better. It's very simple.
that
Just make sure you get to the gym or you get to the place. Like for example, when everything was closed for COVID, I will go with my car and Bel Air. I will park the car next to the Pinellas Trail. I'll get my bike out of my car and I go on the Pinellas Trail and I'm riding. I don't need to be La Tour de France bicycle rider. I just go for a fun, for a half an hour or hour, and I will see some park on the side. I'll go in the park. I will stretch on those the things around the park, So anybody can do that. Or if you don't have no bike, if you cannot drive, get your car and drive into the park and go there, and you have all these machines are set up for people, for older people, so you can do back, shoulders, you can hang around, you can stretch, you can do anything you feel like. Just
that's a
get
good.
out of your house.
I think
Yeah.
that's critical. And I think going out in nature is what I seen myself is, if you're
Yep.
down and you go to a park, you go to beach, we have beautiful beaches in our backyard.
Oh,
It just lift your emotions, lift your spirit, and you feel much more up to it to do a little bit more workout. So you bring another good point, going outdoors. And like I go to Largo Park with my kids, and they got beautiful setup for outdoor workout, for anyone can use them. There is no fee or
yes.
anything. So
Yes.
and same thing with we got a Taylor Park not far from our office, and they got mile markers, and they got a you can hang to stretch like you were saying, and you can see some alligators, and they can help you run faster. but
Yeah.
the nature brings calming effect in your mind along with the exercise. So outdoor has that additional benefit of going outdoors. So with COVID-19, I think that's fantastic if you can use outdoor spaces till the gyms become safer and we have less caseload in the Pinellas County. All right, let's bring a couple of comments, and then we'll do our breathing exercises, and we'll see if you have any final thoughts. Let me bring a couple of comments here. All right, here we go. Uh, so Donna is saying he nailed it. So true. Thank you, Donna, for watching. Yes, Ace has a lot of
Thank
good
you.
good pointers there. Let's see what Loretta has to say. Uh, are they the same for women as they are for men? So, all right. So, Ace, that's for you. So, Loretta is asking is there different recommendation? Let's say you get a woman client versus a men client, same age. Let's say, do you treat them differently in terms of your recommendation for exercise, strength training, or is similar?
Okay, everything is beside, like I said, on their body type. So depends what they wanna accomplish, what are their agenda. They wanna get cut the fat down. They wanna build the muscle. They wanna just be active. Nice ladies figure. They're gonna get that saggy skin out. So depends what their agenda. So for everybody it's different treatment, different recommendations, but the basics are almost same. Doesn't matter man or the woman, they have to start doing something. If the woman have more fat, she have to cut their calories and go exercise. If she have a problem with that, with the metabolism, if she's older, just get up early in the morning and do fasting cardio. You can do fasting cardio when you wake up in the morning with no food. You can get a cup of black coffee or something and go on a bicycle riding outside, or you can go to the gym, do all these elliptical machines or bicycles or treadmills and do for like a half an hour before your breakfast. Same thing for the man. If he fighting the overweight, if he lose some fat, do the fasting cardio. That means fasting cardio. Do not eat before you go do the bicycle or do training, and then when you come back home, then you're gonna eat your breakfast and you're gonna watch what do you eating. So for the ladies, for the female who are in a good shape, but because they were overweight, so they lost some fat, and now they show a saggy skin. They have to do different approach. They have to check their diet, and they have to start doing strength workout. They have to do workout with the weights, with the dumbbells, barbells, cables, machines. So this is they call it straight workout. Forget about cardio. Forget about running. Forget about that set. Straight workout. Build your muscle. When you build your muscle, you're gonna your stretchy skin gonna get filled up, and you're gonna lose that stretchiness. You won't have stretchy skin. You're gonna have a less or no more. So that's mean your regular diet. You check your macros and your straight workout, and you're gonna get there. It takes probably 3 months plus to do that. It doesn't go overnight. Nothing goes overnight. Everything is day by day program. Your food, your workout, your food, your workout, your rest. And then depends on how advanced is the person. We can do some supplementation. We can do different stuff to help her around or help him around. So that's how it goes.
Okay, so we're going to wrap it up. We're going to do a raffle, and I'm going to do some, a breathing exercise, and you can do with us. I don't think you need it, but you just do it with us. I teach breathing exercise end of every show. I think it has a lot of value other than lifting weights, is to do some yoga and stretching and breathing exercises to have a balance. So I do that with every show. So we're going to do that. Before we go, any final words of wisdom to help our seniors get motivated, get started, and keep that program going? So I'll give you to see if you have anything final words of wisdom for our seniors.
Final wisdom: build your muscle, because your muscle is the key for longevity. That's the final thought. So build your muscle, keep your muscles up, strong, so you have the key to longevity, and your muscles, your strong body can fight any kind of disease, bacteria, whatever you're gonna get in your system.
That's a great point and great advice, Ace. Thank you so much for coming. Anyone of our listeners want a good trainer, we're going to put Ace information up there, and he's available in the. And a lot of you folks have silver sneakers through your insurance, and your
Yes.
membership in multiple gyms is free, not just one, multiple gyms. is free. So maybe get a session or two from Ace, see if he's your kind of trainer, because again, it suits the personality, and trainers are that way too, like physicians. It's not for everyone. So yeah, it's worth starting a program, getting your strength up. You can download the cdc.gov book. I put it up there, which is free, and that's a great from start to finish program, which also gives you logs to record what you've been doing and how you're progressing. And I think that's another key we didn't touch on. That is good to record your progress, so you can see, are you going forward or you're not going forward. So that's another tip. I'll put it up there to record your progress. With that, Ace, we thank you, and keep up the good work. You are an inspiration to all of us with one leg missing, and I'll put your body out while I'm pulling up the raffle for everyone to enjoy. That's a work of art you've done. So congratulations.
Thank you, Doc, and it was my pleasure to be in your guest today. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Ace. Thank you. Here is Ace body to enjoy. Let me get the raffle going. Ace is amazing, and thank you, Ace. All right, so let's just turn it around. So this is what's up for grab is the Publix gift card and the winner. Let's talk about the winner. Here we go. The winner is Barbara Thomas. I don't think Barbara is here today, but the winner is Barbara Thomas. So congratulations, Barbara. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting our webcast. You folks who didn't win, please put comments on our today's webcast, and you'll be automatically enrolled in our next webcast, which is next Thursday at 4:30. We're going to have a very exciting show again. We're going to have Dr. Kedar Shetty as a special guest. Dr. Shetty, a lot of you guys know, and who don't know, is a kidney specialist, a nephrologist, and he's going to be talking about chronic kidney disease, how to prevent it, and if you get it, what can you do about it, and what is new and exciting happening in the terms of if you get, or if your loved one gets to, point where you're at end-stage renal disease or dialysis, what is new and exciting in that field. So we are very excited to have Dr. Shetty come to our show next Thursday at 4:30. Do tune in, and we'll get his input on what's happening in the chronic kidney disease field, and how can we avoid getting chronic kidney disease. And if we get it, God forbid, what can be done about it? So that's our next guest on next Thursday at 4:30. And we finishing our webcast today by teaching you another technique of breathing. It's called breath of fire breathing, or Kapalbhati pranayam in yoga circle. In literal Sanskrit, the Kapalbhati mean your skull is shining, and it can make your body get warmed up. So that's why it's called breath of fire. And it's very simple. You breathe in, and then you just use your abdominal muscle or lower, just below your belly. Put your hand up there, just 2 inches below your belly, and that muscle you pump out the air. So you can. So again, the concept is you focusing on exhalation from the abdominal muscle below your belly button. So, and then you let the inhalation happen on its own. So again, let's try that. And this time we're going to do a set of 20, if you can follow with me. All right, breathe in, and then breathe out by pushing the air out from below your belly button. If you can't do 20, do 5, do 10. And then at the end, breathe in again. And then put your chin down and lock your breath as long as you can and close your eyes. Now breathe in again, and then you can start the next cycle. So at end of every cycle, you breathe in and lock the breath. That's a newer technique than what I taught you before. That's for advanced, but just add, if you're already doing the breath of fire, then advance, add this last piece, which is breathe in and then lock your chin. And then hold your breath as long as you can comfortably, and then breathe out and start the next cycle of fire of breath or Kapalbhati. So that brings us to the end of our show, and I appreciate you guys tuning in. And be kind to yourself and smile in front of the mirror. There are a lot of things to be thankful and grateful. Start your day with having three things you are grateful for and smile. You achieve quite a bit. Pat yourself on your back, get your confidence, and start walking. As Ace said, walk and have a black coffee and get out and walk or do whatever you need to do. And motion is a meditation too. And be nice to Mother Nature, be nice to everyone around you, friends, family, living beings, and we'll see you on next Thursday with another exciting event show from Mahajan Medical Center. This is Dr. Mahajan signing off. Namaste.